everyone, this is Beth from Art by Bedell, and we have another journal prompt for you for Junk Journal January for this 24th day, and it's called Scenery. Now, this could be very difficult. If they were asking me to draw scenery, you can forget it. I might be able to fudge my way into stenciling some sort of scenery or whatever. I could maybe... I can draw you a flower or a piece of scenery, but to do a whole scenery scene, forget it. I have this page in my journal that has, if you turn it this way, it has like pictures of scenery around you. And so I'm going to use this page, but the first thing I'm going to do with this page is give it a coat of gesso. So I'm going to coat this with gesso and dry it, and then I will be back. All right, I'm back. We have a surface now to work on that will take the inks quite well. So I'm going to again play with the same inks that I used before, but I'm going to add some pink. I think I will. It's sponge sugar. Let's see if we can get some on here. And I'm going to spray directly onto my paper. So for a scenery, as I was thinking about this, I thought, well, technically I could probably draw a scenery. I could draw a primitive barn with a fence around it and a very primitive tree. I could possibly draw something that would look like an animal in my pasture. And what else could I do? I could probably draw somewhat of a flower bed. But I've decided that rather than trying to do a whole scenery, a whole view, I'm going to think about different sceneries that really capture my attention. And what is it about them that captures my attention? Well, generally it's the flowers, it's the bushes, it's the birds that are in the flowers or the bushes. Yeah, that's what grabs my attention in the scenery. Or it could be long way off on a hillside looking at some windmills. There's just all kinds of things that would grab my attention. But today I decided I'm going to stick to my old standby, which is my love of doing something with flowers. So I've sprayed my 3 inks on here, which I didn't tell you. The 3 inks were sponge sugar, the peeled paint, and the fossilized amber. And I'm going to dry those. Okay, now I want to take the outside edge of this, and I'm going to use, let's try frayed burlap. And an applicator tool would be, let's actually use ground espresso, I think. I have a feeling I want to go darker edge. So I'm just going to take and I'm going to add this darker color all around the outside of my page. There, I'm happy with that. We have like a, looks like almost like a window space there. So now I want to take some water and my splatter brush, and I'm going to drop some water all along where I just added the ink. I wanted to do splatters, not puddles. I got a puddle. That looks pretty cool. And I can, at this point, take a paper towel and dab it off. And I think I will some of it, and then I'll go about and dry it. Okay, so now we have a window frame. And of course, then on our window, we're looking outside at the green grass, right? Right there. And I want to see a flower out there. But before I do that, let's make our frame a little bit more interesting by taking our vintage photo and our script stamp. And we'll just stamp right along the edge of that. All right, and let's see if any embossing powder will stick to that. Okay, very random. It's absolutely perfect. Let me take a brush and get rid of just a little bit of it here and there. Find a dry brush. Okay, I don't want this that's here. So let's remove some of that. Let's see. Everything else is good. I just was too far in that one spot. And let's heat set that. All right, I'm very happy with that. Now, I have been playing with stencils and modeling clays quite a bit lately, and I'm still not tired of it, so I'm thinking that's what I want to add in here. I have this stencil by, I think it's called Show Offs, but I'm not sure. It's something I found in Hobby Lobby anyhow. I'm going to turn it upside down because I want my flower to go from looking in from the right to the left rather than the left to the right. So it's a rose, and I want to put it right there, and I'm going to use modeling paste, and it's Golden Light model paste. So there's my rose. I will let that dry and I will be back. It's dry, so we can continue on our way. So there we have it. I like the way that the rose picked up the green. Not quite sure if I'm going to add more color to this or not. If I do, it'll be watercolor. I'll see. But what I do need to do is I need to have a place for my thought for the day and my gratitude. So I created a tag off camera out of a Tom card, and I just used my spray inks and added some dictionary paper here, or some book page here, my thought for the day, and a little eyelet at the top. But I want to add a pocket behind here. So I have this piece of coffee stain copy paper, and I want to glue it on the two long sides and the bottom here. Leave this top, let's see, I'll have to close the top too. So let's get our slit for where we're going to make our pocket in here, and then we'll go from there. All right, so it's going to be above the rose. I don't want to cut into the rose. I'm going to just use a X-Acto knife here. I think this one will work. And a ruler. And let's see, I want to go right across the top of the rose. So I'm going to line this up here so I can get as straight a line as possible. Here and here. And my paper is that wide. My tag is this wide. So pretty much from here. Oh, be careful, be careful. I only want to do it on one page. I almost made a big mistake there. Yeah, I would have had a slash for a pocket on both papers. I guess it wouldn't have been the end of the world. All right, let's go from here to here. I'll do it one more time. Okay. So we have our slit. Make sure it's wide enough for our tag, which it is not. So we'll have to go a little wider. A little wider on both sides. Let's see what we have now. That's doable. There. So now what I need to do is I need to take, here's our slit, and this paper has to be above it so that nothing catches here. And we'll glue it down on all four sides. I'm just going to use my art glitter glue and put a thin line of glue on all four sides. Now I can't stitch because if I stitch, I'll break up that rose that I put on there. And I want it just above my slit. And we shall see when I turn this over if I did what I really should have done. Paper's warped because of the rose on the other side. Put a little bit more here. And over on this side. Okay, that looks good. Now we should be able to put our tag down in our pocket, just like that. Good deal. Now, should I dress up our little slit here? I do have some, let's see, some brown and pink washi. How bad would that look? I really don't want to put this here, but I really don't want this to rip apart either. I should have had my slit a little further away from my rose. I don't want to put this on my rose. So let's see, plan B. If I do just a little bit like that, it should at least be the same length as the other one. I get it just above the rose. And then what's the chances I'll be able to turn that to the inside? We just have such little room to work with. There, I was able to fold that under, so I do have some stability here on my slit, and we should be good. It doesn't look bad. It's not what I wanted to put up there, but it doesn't look bad. To me, it's worth it because I can have my tag. I'm gonna have to put some glue on my ribbon because it wants to slip right out of the knot. So there we have our scenery. My scenery is a rose. I am going to sit on this and think about whether I want to do anything more to that rose or not. I kind of like the way, like I said, that the green picked up on it. And I'm not so sure that I want to paint it. So I have my thought for the day, my gratitude, and my prompt. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye now.